Yep, and we got everyone in.
Ah, lovely. And we've got Rose and Elaine Nines towards the back of the grid. We're going to hop on board with Mr. Nines.
Looks like a fairly even grid. Yeah.
Stream. This kind
Top
of
6 looks
box.
pretty good. And here we go. First race of the day started.
Okay, so we're hopping on board with Mr. Nines. Got some big bars on his street. And here he goes around the first couple of corners. Wuuzziy making a small mistake and Rose falling back to 12th. They're braking late right now and going around the outside, carrying as much speed as he possibly can. Gets himself already up into 8th position as that's Ryder going backwards, as well as Jem and Wuuzziy. Wuuzziy actually keeping onto the back of him right now as he goes for a wide entry right here. You can see that Mr. Nines has definitely put in some practice. He knows the lines on this track right here as we go into a big pack coming into this section. Jem actually taking the inside right there. Nice move from him. Gets himself up into 6th position, aggressively going in. And we see up in the front end of the order, we got... oh no! Nines just got pushed out of a checkpoint. I believe that may have been by Jem or his own teammate. So he's going to get back down the order. Just getting turned in a little bit there. Meanwhile, wow, up at the front of the order. What is that? Already a 2.5 second advantage for Kipper. For Skipper, rather.
Wow. He's just running away with this right now. Wow. It looks like everyone almost survived. Almost everyone survived the first part of the track where unghosting happens. Except for, unfortunately, the LA Nines. Ryder is falling back as well. He's like 9 seconds behind already, but I don't think he missed the checkpoint. Wow,
and Skipper already 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the lobby. Is he using an A800 tune?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, does he have the same tune? Let me check that real quick.
Yeah, just go on the instant replay, because if he's got the wrong tune on, he may be getting disqualified. That would be slightly unfortunate, but he's definitely within the realms of pace.
Here we go.
As Grandma Driving actually gets down the inside of 2 drivers, as Kyujuu Storm lets him pass, and Grandma Driving promotes himself up into 2nd place right now. So Grandma doing well for himself.
It's 750 PI. Everyone's
so
in 750.
Skipper just incredible pace right there off the start, gapping the lobby by 4 seconds. However, Grandma looking very pacey and keeping that gap to 1st place, doing well for himself.
Oh, absolutely. 2nd place. So far, so good. He's actually closing the gap as well, a little bit. So, everyone in the same car. That's what matters.
So, breaking down right now, we've got Kyujuu Storm running up in 4th position, watching this battle as Grandma extends the advantage back to ESPRIT. ESPRIT had a good first couple of laps, getting himself up into 2nd position, but Grandma making that move on him. And Grandma is actually closing down to Skipper in 1st position, so excellent racing there from Grandma right now, putting down some decent pace on this track. Looking back down the order, we got Kyujuu, Jem, and Avatar in the middle with Wuuzziy and Ryder, and we got Vivera Nines, aka Elaine Nines, looking to come back through the order.
I have no idea what happened to Gospodin, but he's 21 seconds down. So that must have been like, you know, a double checkpoint miss or like rewind bug where he had to do it like twice, 3 times. Because that's a lot. Like, it's 2nd lap, he's already more than 20 seconds behind. That basically means the race is done for him at this point. Like, he might still be able to get, you know, a few positions, but that's about it. I mean, so far, pretty even, I would say, looking at the order between the 2 regions.
Yeah, just we don't have many POVs off in that middle battle. We've got Ryder right now who's trying to follow along with Nines, who's got past him. Nines running some decent pace, looking to catch up back in the order after getting pushed out right there. Kyujuu Storm trying to keep onto the back of Grandma and ESPRIT, who are maintaining their pace with Skipper, but it looks like they're falling back a little bit. And Kyujuu is under attack shortly by Kyujuu.
Lots of position changes as well, because I saw at one point I saw Avatar up in the 3rd, 4th place. Now he's dropped to 6th. He's fighting for 6th. He was 7th. And he drops down to 9th, 10th. Oh, he must have missed the checkpoint. Oh no, he came back on the track right behind Ryder.
So yeah, that's from Ryder's
rough.
POV. We get the instant replay. So Alphatar missed the checkpoint. Managed to get past Ryder though, but yeah, so that's not what
On the
Alphatar
outside.
wanted.
Very nice move on the outside. He got 9th position now.
So yeah, right now the front drivers and Kyujuu Storm lets Kyujuu pass. So bit of teamwork right there. Feels like Kyujuu has the better pace, and the front couple of positions. It's those two Evo drivers who are really just breaking up the domination by the Asian region. As we see Gem go wide, Gem goes fully wide and just crashes into the wall there. We see on Nines' POV. That is not good for Russia.
I think
Eastern
the
Europe.
lack of practice showing right there, as Gospodin is right behind Rose right now, and is going to probably overtake in the next corner for 11th place, working on his comeback. Because he has the pace from what I can tell. 147, that's still like 3 seconds off. Let's see, Elaine 9's 144, yeah. That looks like a decent lap time. 146 for Kyujuu.
So that was the battle.
There's
that
some
happened between Gem.
fighting for 9th and 10th.
Yeah, that's what's already happened now. We've seen that Gem managed to get past Ryder. So no audio there on Ryder's stream, unfortunately. But right now, what we see on the track is that Nines is right on the back of Wuuzziy. Wuuzziy doing the numbers in his head, trying to work out if he needs to hold this position or not.
Grandma still unable to close the gap by more than like a half a second. 3.6 back. Skipper doing a great job.
Yeah,
at the moment.
Skipper and Grandma definitely fastest cars on track, closely followed by ESPRIT, and then everyone else falling off the pace of those guys. They're definitely putting a good showing, but however, Nines right now is running 44s as well, so Nines is looking to actually catch up to Kyujuu Storm and Kyujuu as this race continues.
The problem for Skipper and ESPRIT is that they're the only guys in top 6 from their region, right?
Good one, yeah.
I mean, Wuuzziy, yeah, 7th place. So they need one more driver up there with them to actually win the race.
Yeah, I mean, Gem was doing a great job for himself, but he crashed on the straight actually and went into some props, and that threw him all the way back down into 9th, which is definitely not what you want to see for him.
I mean, these laps are going really fast. We're already on lap 5, so they're gonna have to step on it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we also know though that Alphatar basically zero practice coming in and a very good dirt driver, so Alphatar may be a threat towards the end of the race as he accelerates forwards.
Yeah, he's only 1 second behind Wuuzziy, so I expect him to make a move soon. I don't think we have that point of view, but if he catches up to Elaine, then we will be able to see that on stream.
He's already on the back of Kyujuu Storm. Massive pace difference between these two cars. Both on the same team, though, I believe. Both these guys in the Asia and Oceanic region.
Yeah, it looks like 9.
Oh, and ESPRIT missed the checkpoint. ESPRIT is now 14 seconds off the lead, so that is a big downside for Eastern Europe right there.
No. Oh, that's not good. That's the last thing they needed. The top, like, 2 guys in top 3 had to hold their positions to have a chance at this. So far, not looking good for them. But it's a long race. We still have 7 laps to go. We have to remember there are two races as well. And points actually do not matter. We might have a tie, you know, if both regions take 1 win. So they should not give up. They should just, you know, keep going. You never know what's gonna happen. For example, someone from Asia might miss a checkpoint. They might get disconnected. Of course, we don't want to see that, but it can always happen. So you cannot give up, no matter what.
Yeah, and actually we see that ESPRIT is already catching up back onto the back of Kyujuu. Meanwhile, Nines makes a nice move down the inside of Kyujuu Storm. Woo! I think Kyujuu Storm just trying to let that happen, knows that Nines has got the really excellent pace and can actually try and chase down onto ESPRIT.
That line was really nice, very risky, but really fast. Oh, look at that. You can definitely see who's familiar with the track. 1:44.0, if I can see that correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great lap time, but it's definitely not slow by any means, especially if he can do that consistently throughout the entire race. And I believe that right now he's definitely on pace to be more towards the 43s and 42s this lap.
It looks like Skipper is controlling the race right now in the first place, and Grandma driving, you know, pretty safe behind him, keeping the gap at around 3.5 to 4.5 seconds, depending on the track.
Grandma though had a really good corner there. Grandma actually catching up all the way, so under 3.5 seconds right now. So Grandma definitely looks like in the later stages may have the pace to challenge forwards onto Skipper.
Yeah, he just gained like a second in 2 corners.
Skipper feeling the pressure right now. Grandma hunting him down.
And Gospodin right behind Jim at the moment.
So right now it's 51 to 49, so Skipper needs to hold this position.
Alphatar attacking Gospodin. Battle for 9th place. And Alphatar takes the place. Alphatar up to 9th, which is interesting because he was in 9th, so I'm not sure what happened to him. He might have missed another checkpoint because he's 33 seconds behind. 6 laps in.
Oh, and Jem still struggling with that one corner. Alphatar looking down the inside of Jem. Jem going to have the outside line coming into this. Both of them braking very late into this corner, trying to make the apex, and they do. But Jem looks down the inside once again, but just gets cut off onto the curb right there. Bouncing over it, that's not exactly ideal. And Alphatar gets that position up into 8th. Asia definitely looking like a more commanding lead at this point in the race. But it's still very close. If any of the top 6 positions change hand, I believe that may put Eastern Europe in the position to win the race.
They only have 1st and 4th position right now. They're gonna need more than that. They need ESPRIT in the top 3. I mean, he's close. He's 2 seconds behind Kyujuu. But Kyujuu has a lot of experience by now. He knows how to block people from overtaking.
We've also got Jem and Gospodin. They're still staying onto the back of Alphatar, and Alphatar's been prone to making mistakes in this race. So if Alphatar misses a checkpoint, that's 2 positions he's almost definitely going to lose, and then he'll be right back into the clutches of Ryder, who is staying in touch with these drivers. Rose falling off the back a little bit, but you know, as long as she doesn't DC, that's still an extra point there for Asia.
Yep.
Oh, and Grandma driving missed a checkpoint, so Grandma driving 9 seconds off the back of Skipper now.
Oh no. He was 2.2 seconds behind Skipper. He was just starting to close the gap.
Oh, Jem goes wide.
I guess he was pushing a little too hard.
Yeah, he definitely smelled blood in the water, but unfortunately that was just a bait. As Jem and Gospodin swap positions backwards and forwards, and that allows Alphatar to run away in front of them. That stream a little bit laggy right there.
Yeah. As Jem goes back to his 9th position.
So we're actually going to hop on board with Elaine. So Elaine actually catching up onto the back of ESPRIT.
Oh.
So ESPRIT definitely needs to make the move happen on Kyujuu soon. Otherwise, it looks like Elaine, who's running for low 43s at the moment, is going to be able to catch up to him. Oh, but he missed another checkpoint. Oh no, ESPRIT is now behind Elaine 9, so that is big for Asia.
Oh, no.
That definitely puts them in a position where they are winning this race.
Unless something crazy happens, I just don't see Eastern Europe winning this one, the first race.
Yeah,
but
they would need to have Grandma, Kyujuu, and Nines miss another checkpoint in order for them to win.
Yeah, but they need to stay calm. They need to start thinking about the next race. They cannot give up because every point actually matters in the group stage.
Yeah, definitely in a group like this, very scary with Central Northern EU and Britain together. Any wins you can take off of those guys would shake up the group massively.
Yeah, and Grandma is catching Skipper again, but I don't think he can do anything in the last 4 laps. But he's getting close to the...
Oh, but he missed another checkpoint!
Oh no! Oh no! He drops down to 3rd.
Still in the podium positions, but right now, Vivera Nines, Elaine Nines, right on the back of Grandma.
Doesn't matter.
He must be molding at this point. He was sitting comfortably in 2nd place, even catching the first guy. and he finds himself in third, almost under pressure by Nines. Can he keep it together though? Can he hold position for another 3 laps? That's the question.
Really though, Skipper just doing an incredible job this race in terms of his consistency and pace. Just everyone else in the lobby, who tries to match him for pace or even catch up, is just missing those checkpoints, whereas he is maintaining his consistency. And now he has a 2 checkpoint gap back to Kyujuu, who's running in second.
Yeah, I think he's pretty safe in the first place, unless something catastrophic happens. Hopefully not. I think he deserved this one to take it home. It's not going to be a region win, but it's going to be a win for him.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to help the, the mentality coming into the next race. If you know that your fastest drivers can take wins, I mean, even ESPRIT had the pace to do it if he hadn't missed those checkpoints, then that's definitely a confidence booster going into the next race.
Absolutely. They just need one more person to show up on the next race. And I think they have a fair chance to actually win the race. Just looking at the gaps, like, it looks like we're gonna have only 5 drivers finish the race, or rather 4 people not getting DNF'd.
And for those who are confident and used to racing in Team Wars, they will know that that means that there is a possibility for an unswitch-backable dive bomb at the end of the race. If you're about to be DNF'd, you can just throw it up the inside without braking for the corner and take the position, as long as you time it perfectly. But if you don't, you're going to go into the wall and lose a position.
Yeah, as long as it's clean. As long as it's clean, it's all fair game. I mean, we've seen people get Xboxed even for the race win, so these things can happen. You never know.
Yeah, luckily Jumpy's Xbox is not in this race right now, so likelihood of getting Xboxed from 11 seconds quite low on the part of Skipper. ESPRIT keeping in touch of Nines, but Nines actually probably the fastest man on track right now, running consistent mid to low 43s. He's catching up to the leader, but so is Kyujuu and Grandma driving. All of those 3 had consistency issues, but have been overall quite good on their pace.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Alafatar down in 8th place, 40 seconds behind. I kind of expected more from him, to be honest. And I'm not sure if FID is gonna like that, because, you know, Alafatar, potential recruit for FID, but I don't think that's gonna happen now, after seeing his performance.
Yeah, FID dropped from Alafatar, see in hell. And so Storm and Wuuzziy actually close on track. This is for top 6, so if Wuuzziy can overtake Storm, that's actually pretty big for the points. I mean, it wouldn't net them the win, but it would definitely throw it much closer if there is a DC in the later laps, or if Nines misses a checkpoint and goes behind ESPRIT. Same for Grandma driving. Storm gives the oh no, he knows what's coming. Wuuzziy is there. He sees him. But Storm does a PB lap right there, even though he's still losing time to Wuuzziy. Wuuzziy actually doing quite well for himself for his first ever performance in the Team War.
Oh, absolutely. 7th place, 33 seconds down. He probably missed a checkpoint or 2 in the process. But like Skipper has like really good pace and consistency. So really good showing, definitely.
Yeah, I think Skipper is just lapping in the high 43s every lap, just chilling out.
Rosa down in 12th place, 80 seconds behind. I think this is her first race ever. Like, yeah. So I think this is gonna be a good experience.
Those in the last 3 positions, it's their first experience in a race of this caliber. So they can definitely take the experience there and know what sort of pace and consistency is expected of the top drivers, and take that experience going into the knockout stages. Remember, these groups aren't crucial for anything but your seeding. It's the knockouts where you really have to perform in those crucial races.
Yeah, absolutely. People should take this as a learning experience, get familiar with the tracks, the cars, and, you know, prepare for the knockout stage.
Oh, and Wuuzziy puts the inside of his car up the inside of Storm. Storm onto the last lap is going to be under attack from Wuuzziy for the top 6 position.
That was really close. That was a bold move.
Oh, and he hits the wall.
Oh, and Wuuzziy hits him in the rear.
They're going to be going side by side down the hill. He's got the better exit. Wuuzziy on the inside. But Cage Storm loses the back of his car, scrubs off a little bit of speed. He can look for a dive though. Coming into the last lap, it's all still to play for these two drivers. In the meantime, Grandma driving is actually caught up to Kyujuu. Wuuzziy goes deep into the corner. Cage Steel throws it up the inside, parks it on the apex, but Wuuzziy's got a better exit. It's the switchback.
It's the only battle we have right now.
Oh, but Cage Storm goes down a gear. He didn't mean to do that.
Oh no, I think he lost that position now. That was really unfortunate.
Wait, what just happened?
Oh wait, disconnected. Kyujuu disconnected. Yep. I hope it's only him though. Yep, it is.
Yeah, it is just Cage Storm. So Cage Storm disconnects on the last lap from 7th position. Really unfortunate for him, but that may shake up the points. Can we get a sit rep on the points, guys? Anyone in the chat? Because now we got 5th, 6th, and 1st position for Evo, as well as a disconnect, and RoseMochiiii staying in the race.
The problem is that ESPRIT lost position to 9s. He missed the checkpoint. He missed 2 checkpoints now. Oh, he's 28 seconds behind. So Asia and Oceania have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 7th. I think that's more than enough.
Oh, Grandma driving, almost overtaking Kyujuu at the line. Very close right there. Only a couple tenths of a second between those two drivers on the last corner, but not able to make it happen. Now coming in to cross the line. There we are.
I think they have like 53 points or something. Actually, that's really close. Hold on. 20 plus 10. Wuuzziy, 8 points. Gasponin with 5 points. That's 43.
Yeah, so ISAD with by far the fastest lap right there. 7 tenths clear at the next driver. 42.1 had the pace, but just not the consistency right there.
Wait,
keyboard thing.
Is this a tie? Is this 50-50?
Is it?
Hold on. Wait, is that possible? It is because of the disconnect. All right, let's do the math again. 20 points and 10 points, that's 30. And then we have Wuuzziy in 6th place, that's 8 points. Gasponin, 8th place, that's 5 points. Gem and Ryder are also from, Eastern, right? That's 4 and 3. That's 50 points. That's 50 points!
50-50 in the first race, so a tie between the two regions.
Oh my. What's going through my mind right now is, what do we do? Like, how does this work? Does each team get 1 point?
I mean, we'll have to see the outcome of the second race, but I think that what will happen is that it will be treated as both teams getting a win. So whoever wins this would get 2, and then the losing team would get 1, as if they had drawn.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. That's incredible. So KGR Storm's disconnect actually decided this race. Wow. Yeah, I mean he was in 6th place, fighting for 6th, 7th. That's a lot of points. That's 8 points. 8-point swing. Wow. I did not expect that.
You should probably inform the regions of that. Right, in the meantime, I'm going to hop over back to the Wheel of Fortune, and we will find out what the next race is going to be. Spinning that wheel right now. Remember, they cannot get another rally race, so it is going to be something different.
Sir, please.
Wow. Alright, we're spinning it again. They got the same track.
Oh, same track. Rigged. Rigged wheel.
Rigged wheel. It definitely wanted them to go onto Broadway.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god, it's the same
Radical.
as yesterday.
Radical.
It's the Radical. They're going into LMP1. Nalak calls it in the chat. He cursed the wheel. Right, so going from probably one of the technical slowest cars into the fastest, smoothest car.
Oh my.
We're going to see some content. This is definitely different from what they just raced. They're going to need a couple minutes of just free roam to warm themselves up to this car.
As we see so much excitement in these chats, because it's X-Class.
Everyone is full of fear.
Oh my. Wow. Radical the decider. Oh my. I honestly have no idea what to expect from this. Like for dirt, I was slightly favoring the Asia and Oceania region, but for X class, I
I
have no
mean,
idea.
Nalak will probably do quite well in this. Oh wait, Nalak dodged the World Championship. See in hell, Nalak.
Oh my god.
This could have been you. You could have been here. As we see Ryder grabbing the tune for himself, like, oh my god. It's got 600 horsepower and it's in X class. What is this? Alright, here. There we go. So here is your rundown. First place going to Eastern Europe. Second, third, and fourth going to Asia and Oceania. Then fifth and sixth, once again, going to Eastern Europe. Seventh to Asia and Oceania. And then eighth, ninth, and 10th to Eastern Europe. And 11th and 12th to Asia and Oceania. So Gopnik not going to be racing this one, so we'll remove his stream from the multi-twitch. We'll go down to 4 POVs, and that will shuffle everything around quite nicely for us right there. And I've also heard that Kyujuu was actually streaming his race there. No one sent me his stream though, so I didn't have the chance to put that in. But if someone can send that to Clam, that would be very helpful, so we can add that to the multi-twitch at some point.
I believe I have his channel somewhere. Hold on. Kyujuu234. There we go. I will send you the link in just a second.
So we've got some subs coming in on the side of Asia and Oceania. So I said subbing out for someone.
Yeah, as teams prepare for something completely different to what they just did. I mean, going from, you know, a slower 750 PI car on dirt to an X-Class car, it's rough.
We saw it yesterday.
I can tell you. I know, I can tell you it's rough.
How did lap 1 feel in that race?
Oh, really difficult.
Right, so we're just waiting for 12.
That's the beauty of the World Championship. If you don't prepare for every race, you can't complain afterwards, you know?
You can or you can't? I didn't quite catch that.
You can't. No,
okay,
you're not allowed to complain.
Yeah, just easy excuses. Oh, well, you know.
Skager is having issues joining again. That looks way too similar to race 1. I hope he does not disconnect on the last lap, because honestly, that's the worst thing. Like, you're fighting, you're sweating, you're molding, you're giving it your all for 12 laps, for 20 minutes, and then you get disconnected 1 minute before it would have ended. And the worst part is that disconnect, you had, like, it's not your fault, but it cost your region a win, you know? And it's a terrible feeling. I hope he'll be able to come back from that and, like, you know, stay in the second race until the end, no matter the position.
I mean, is Joe still in the stream? I mean, he's like IT guy. We can blame him for the servers being bad, right? That's how it works. Right, so we still see Ryder in there. So Eastern Europe, I believe, going with the same roster with just one substitution, I think. It's okay, just Dom joining up to the convoy. We're just waiting for him to get in session. As soon as he gets in session, we will be underway with the next race. Radical on Holyrood.
Oh, here we go. His stream is a slideshow, though. Maybe it will be better for him to not stream.
Well, Isad has a clip that he sent. He said, Forza a great game, so I'm assuming he had an issue. Let's
see. Look, he was closing the gap, 2.3 seconds.
This is what happened to
Wait,
Grandma.
what?
Here we go, he's going up the hill, heading into the braking zone right now. Oh no!
What is that? That is so unfortunate. That's devastating.
Oh, he just lost the back end, I guess, turning over that bump. I'm not sure. Really unfortunate there for
Wow.
Isad. Unlucky.
I mean,
he's so close to
I
the
know-
leader as well.
I know there's one bump in the city, on the Radical track, where you can actually get thrown into the building if you take it, you know, at the wrong angle, wrong speed, and all that. But I've never seen that happen on that particular road before. That is really, really unfortunate. That like completely ruined his race. He was challenging for first place. But he still got like a really good result, third place. So he shouldn't be too unhappy about that. He also had the fastest lap. Oh no, wait, yeah, he had the fastest lap of the race. I'm not sure if we went through that. I think we were shocked with the tie.
7/10 by which he had the fastest lap.
Wow. Yes, Skipper was not even in 142s, like Kyujuu and Grandma were. But he was just consistent, you know?
Yeah, and that's the more crucial thing in a longer race. It doesn't matter if you can hit those hot laps. If you have those issues with consistency, then it all falls apart in the end. Especially when you've got 12 laps to do. Right, so I don't know what we're waiting for right now. We're just waiting for them to start up the convoy event. We've got 12 people in convoy ready to go. So hopefully we can start shortly. Who's the convoy leader? It's Skipper. So we're just waiting for Skipper to start us off.
Yeah, it looks like these are the rosters they're going with.
And there he is, starting up the convoy. And there they go, selecting their cars 10 out of 12, 11 out of 12, 12 out of 12. So looks to be everyone got in nicely to the convoy. Again, another 12 laps. Similar lap times that we're going to be seeing, slightly longer. We'll look to be seeing some low 150s or 151s for the people who have done their practice, and maybe some 149s for people who are extremely pacey. We almost saw that from Jumpy yesterday, so we can do a little bit of comparison between the two regions' overall strength.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see the lap times and stuff. And we'll get more of this, like we will be able to directly compare the regions, the drivers, how they do on all these tracks once we get, you know, more races done.
Yeah, and Cube, could you actually just send us in the chat your screenshot for the race that Balkans and Germany did on this track, just so we can get a quick refresher on what the lap times we're looking at are.
Kyujuu? He's in the race.
No, Cube.
Okay,
Cube is doing our behind-the-scenes stuff, getting us some screenshots.
Yeah.
The technical man. Can we get a thank you? Kyujuu in last position. So Kyujuu definitely going to have some content off the start. Let's hop on board.
Rosé in second. Rosé and Ryder in second and third. I hope they tried this track before.
So yeah, most of the drivers will be in the low to mid to high 151s in the mid-order. That's what we're expecting. And off the line there, Kyujuu getting a nice little start for himself. Shinigami actually getting a really good start, so he's attacking forwards. Kyujuu falling back slightly off the first corner. So no dirty air on the first lap due to the ghosting, but we've got to worry about that on the feature laps. And here we go, all of them going up the hill. Wuuzziy maintaining first position. Skipper actually up towards in front, as well as Nines.
Oh no.
Mistake on the apex, and here we go into the unghosting period. A lot of people inside each other. Kyujuu taking a nice line. Oh, going very wide there, losing the back of this car.
That was close. That's how Luca missed the checkpoint yesterday. That was really close.
And oh, they go side by side through the walled section, bouncing left and right off the walls. Everyone jostling for position. Oh, and Kyujuu! No!
He did not watch the race yesterday. He did not see what happened to Matsura.
He pulled a hard Matsura right there.
Oh no. Oh, little bumping.
Oh, and actually, let's watch this. The battle for first position is hopping up. Skipper once again finds himself in first position. Excellent performances from him today. And Nines is right behind. I believe that Vera Nines should be pretty good at this car. I think it fits relatively well to his driving style. So we may see a battle between Skipper and Vera Nines on this track.
Top 3 all within 1 second. Can I get closer than that? 7/10.
Shinigami, do we know what region Shinigami is on? I believe Shinigami is actually on Eastern Europe. So he is up there in 4th position. So Gem and Shinigami in 4th and 5th position for Europe, as well as ESPRIT in 6th. So Eastern Europe with a commanding lead right now in this race.
As Kyujuu lets Nines overtake him on the straight. Oh, Nines hits the building, but it's all good.
Ooh, going a little bit wide over the apex of this corner, but keeping onto the back of Skipper. He's luckily not too close to the back of him, but we're going to hop on board with Kyujuu Storm's POV right here. Kyujuu Storm may get blown up by the dirty air. We will see if that happens going into turn 1.
Oh, battle for 10th place as well. Kyujuu lost position to only 1 avenge. He's struggling right now. He's
okay. Kyujuu Storm just about managed to survive turn 1. Kyujuu right in the back of Only Avenge.
Yeah, he lost that position.
Only Avenge actually hit some 150s in practice, so Only Avenge could definitely be very quick, though it looks like he missed a checkpoint on the first lap due to some shenanigans. And DogeMoon is finding himself up into 5th place, overtaking ESPRIT. Ooh, as Ryder makes a mistake, Ryder falling backwards. Only Avenge and Kyujuu catching up to him very quickly right now.
Eastern Europe with a little advantage in points right now. Oh, that overtaking by Avenge. He's up to 8th place.
Oh, loses it on the exit, and here we go. Kyujuu up the inside, going to have the better exit and takes the position once again. Is on the back of Ryder.
Oh, this is content.
Oh, but he locks his brakes.
Oh no!
Kyujuu just fully slamming on the brakes, locks up, and oh, he goes into a box as well! No! Kyujuu is absolutely molding right now, pushing too hard.
Yeah, he needs to like relax immediately. It's a long race. It's X class. Literally anything can happen. The race will come to him. He just needs to stop making mistakes. That's all he needs to do right now. I believe he can get up to maybe even 6th, based on the pace he has. But not if he keeps making these mistakes.
As Nines. Skipper losing the back end. Vera Nines is going to be in the slipstream right now. But does he want to be in the slipstream? Because remember, guys, dirty air in turn 1 is so dangerous. We're going to see Elaine Nines go very wide if he stays behind, but manages to slow it down. Just a little lift on the apex. Very nicely done for him. And he's catching up in the slipstream right now. Does he look for the dive? Just shows his nose right there, but doesn't fully commit to it. He's definitely got the pace right now on Skipper. Skipper wanting to get the 2 victories and secure his team a really nice position. But Nines is looking very pacey at this point in the race.
Yeah. Oh! Ryder missed the checkpoint. He went too fast in the first 2 corners. And he missed the checkpoint. He flew off the track. He's down to 10th place. And Kyujuu gets that position without fighting.
Ryder's stream is off for me right now. So
yeah, it is. But he's still in the race.
For the moment.
He's still in the race, though.
And we're going to hop back on board with Nines.
Yeah, I mean, Eastern Europe looking pretty good so far.
Oh, lovely move from Vera Nines. Skipper leaves the door open and Nines just takes that immediately without even being asked. Nice racing there from Vera Nines.
That was smooth. That was really nice.
Oh, but he slightly compromised his exit right there. And this is where the slipstream matters. This straight right here is where you can make the move. It's 0.5 of a second, and here comes Skipper. Skipper in the slipstream, but he had a pretty poor exit, went through a couple of the props. So I don't think he's going to be in range for this braking zone. No, he's not.
Shinigami.
He's still close behind.
Shinigami within half a second of Kyujuu Storm for the 3rd place. That is the position Eastern Europe needs right now. If they can get 1st, 3rd, and 6th, they're looking pretty good.
So crossing the 9, a 51.8, so 9's definitely on pace. He seems like he can definitely go into the 50s. Looking quite comfortable on the track right now. And Skipper managing to survive the dirty air, but loses a bit of time in turn 1. So we're going to hop on board with the battle between Kyujuu and Shinigami, which is so crucial to the standings. Look how close they are on the mini-map right there.
1/10 between them.
Oh, you can even see his nose. Oh, and Kyujuu, he leaves the outside open. Shinigami's on the outside. They're bumping side by side. Kyujuu just about manages to hold that position.
Yeah, a little contact there.
The inside, and Shinigami manages to dive it round in that corner. Incredibly ballsy move from Shinigami. He ran away for the opportunity.
That was brave. That could have ended
dangerous.
So much worse. Yeah. Ooh.
But manages to make it stick. And there we go, Kyujuu down into 4th position, and I believe that saves the Eastern European region.
Yep.
It is looking good for him. Europe, or is he in Asia?
No, he's in Asia.
Okay, so ESPRIT, Shinigami, and Skipper managing to hold them in there, but I believe that with Nines in the position of 1st place, they do have the advantage in this one still.
Kyujuu is coming back. No, he hit the little thingy in the city that he did. Oh, 2 laps ago.
Apparently Shinigami is Naposha.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense of why he went for an extremely brave dive bomb up the inside.
Alright, so let's see the points. 8, 5...
right, just looking on board
52!
With
52 points for Eastern Europe at the moment. 52 to 49. That is really close. This matchup cannot get any closer, honestly. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, after drawing the first one, if we see a DC from someone like Kyujuu, then it could be another draw.
Imagine. Just imagine. Ooh.
But yeah, this is definitely the closest matchup we've seen so far. All of the races, in fact, have been very close in the World Championship. No stomps or blowouts, really. I mean, probably the race which was the least close was the race 2 of Balkans versus Germany. Or rather, Dutch.
Rosé is not having a good time, but you can actually see the improvement and actually get familiar with the track, because her lap before this one was 2:27, and she's up to she's down to 2:03 right now. So I feel like people who are not familiar with Team Wars should definitely run the track and the cars before they get into this. Otherwise, they're gonna need 5 to 10 laps to actually get going, and at that point their race is done. It's good learning experience, but with just a little bit of practice, you don't have to do 1,000 laps. You can just do 5 laps, and that's it. Because the race is gonna be more enjoyable for you. If you're battling for positions instead of being 80 seconds down. So hopefully other newcomers are gonna learn from this and do some homework.
Definitely. It looks like actually Shinigami Naposha is catching up to Skipper though. He seems to have some decent pace on this track. And I think as well is attacking onto ESPRIT.
I'm shocked Kyujuu is still in 9th place. He really needs to stop making these mistakes. He doesn't need to do 1:49 lap times. He just needs consistent lap times and close the gap to Wuuzziy. Because that's what his region needs. His region needs him in top 6, and he needs to make that happen. And he has 7 laps to go to do that. 4.5 seconds behind Wuuzziy, and then another 3 seconds behind Only One Avenge.
Oh my god, Naposha is just absolutely eating up this lead. He's caught 2 seconds on Nines on the last lap. Naposha's absolutely flying.
Is Naposha maybe streaming? Let's see. No, he's not. That's unfortunate.
Naposha, within 6 seconds of the lead, I believe he was 8 or 9 seconds down, so even though Nines was able to get past Skipper, it may even still be an Eastern Europe win by the end of the race.
As long as Naposha keeps his cool, keeps his head down, he's really fast, and he can actually make some moves towards the end of the race, 100%.
Let's actually hop on board briefly with Kyujuu. Let's see what's happening with Kyujuu, where he's falling apart on the pace. 154.0 currently his fastest lap. So
48 points. 48 points for Eastern Europe at the moment. They need to find 2 points somewhere.
And if they win first, if they get first position with Neposha, that actually just wins them the race straight away.
Yeah, yeah. 6.6. I'm not sure if he can if he can close the gap. That's almost 7 seconds. 6 laps to go, and then he still has to overtake. You know, one thing is to catch up to someone, another one is actually to make a clean move, clean overtake. It might be better.
Neposha is scared about making moves, that's for sure.
That's definitely true.
Oh yeah, Kyujuu just going very wide into that corner, much wider than all of the other races. But definitely no PB on this lap.
We are definitely not calling any winners this time until everyone crosses the finish line.
Yeah.
After what we've seen the last race. Oh, as Nines overtakes Rose for a full lap. Oof, that is rough, but that happens. And she's actually driving without racing lines. That makes it even harder. Oh wow, that is hard mode on.
Kyujuu is actually catching up pretty quickly to Wuuzziy. Wuuzziy making a couple of mistakes there. In the meantime, Avenge was catching up to ESPRIT, but ESPRIT actually missed a checkpoint. ESPRIT falls down to 7th position, so that increases the advantage for Asia.
That's rough. The same thing was happening in the first race as well, with ESPRIT having a really good pace, but just kept on missing checkpoints, making little mistakes. He needs to keep it together. There's still
Neposha 5.5 seconds.
DogeMoon overtakes Kyujuu, but they're really far. I don't think they can get more than 4th and 5th.
Yeah, Kyujuu made a big mistake there.
There's all to play for right now.
There is a big thing happening right now. So Wuuzziy and ESPRIT, they're both right together on track, and Kyujuu is catching up to them at a rate of knots. If Kyujuu makes both of these positions, that is a 4-point swing for the Asia region.
And that will also protect them from like potential disconnect. Oh, contact between, was that Skipper or Neposha with Rose while overtaking for a full lap. Oh no, I'm gonna have to clip that.
Neposha is so close right now. He's under 5 seconds. He just needs to close down by 1 second a lap, and he'll have a go at the last lap.
Oh no, Rose had enough. She parked it. I hope she does not disconnect though. Do not leave the game. As I'm clipping this. Oh, it was Neposha. A little contact there just sent Rose flying into the trees. That is unfortunate.
Neposha don't give a fuck. He's listening to that blab beat, and he is flying. Although on this lap he's made a couple of mistakes and he's actually lost time to the lead driver. Nine's pulling his finger out right there. But those top 3 definitely with better pace than the rest of the field right now.
Alright, the clip is done. We'll get back to the race. Neposha not able to close the gap by much.
Oh, Wuuzziy is feeling the pressure though. Kyujuu is right here. Kyujuu could actually overtake both Wuuzziy and ESPRIT. DogeMoon and Cage are sort of off in their own little world. Same with Only Avenge. Only Avenge sort of within that pack, both of them within 5 seconds, and then there's a 10-second gap back to ESPRIT. Meanwhile, Kyujuu is running up the back, catching these. Oh, but he goes too late under the brakes. He's going to lose a lot of time from that. But Wuuzziy actually loses the back end of the car as well.
There we go, posted the clip there. Let me do the points real quick. 20. Yeah, Asia and Oceania are looking really good right now.
Oh, both Skipper and Naposha both made an error. Both of them fell back 5 seconds off of Vera Nines.
Yeah, so Nines has like room for error as well. He can miss a checkpoint. He's still gonna keep the first position.
Actually, let's have a look on board. Let's see how Nines is actually doing with these laps.
55 points for Asia and Oceania at the moment.
Oh, Wuuzziy makes a big mistake. Wuuzziy makes a big mistake. We saw that just there. Kyujuu actually gets that position now. That is pretty big for the points. Wuuzziy is from Eastern Europe. So yeah, and now Kyujuu's looking ahead. He can see ESPRIT in front of him. He's got 3 laps to go.
Yeah, he can still make this move. Definitely, he has the pace for it. But still, 153. Not a great lap. Not a great lap time.
Skipper is making mistakes. Skipper is making so many mistakes. He's falling back into the clutches of DogeMoon. That's only 4 seconds right now. And there's 3 laps to go.
He needs to keep it together. ESPRIT, there's only 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes of racing. Not even that long because they will get DNF'd. Oof.
Wuuzziy is having to use a handbrake, going way too deep. Losing some time. And Kyujuu doing his best lap of the race by far, improving by a full second with a 52.1.
Yep.
Kyujuu is finally flying.
That corner is scary though. Full speed corner.
I mean, it's not scary if you're on your own, but if you're behind someone, the dirty air makes it very tricky.
When I was racing this, I didn't trust in myself, so like I would always lift a little bit, just to be safe.
That's weak. That's weak.
I know.
Yeah, Skipper seems to have rescued himself from the couple of mistakes he was making. He's maintained his gap to Nines in front, but so have DogeMoon and Kyujuu. All of those drivers actually, as well as Kyujuu, keeping up with the lead car.
Yeah, Skipper 5 seconds behind Naposha now. DogeMoon might actually be able to close the gap in the last 2 laps, 2.5 laps.
Yeah, I mean, it was 4 seconds, it's now 3.5 seconds. It could happen. They're within touching distance for sure.
There's like a 10 points gap right now, which is risky considering Kyujuu might get disconnected again, so...
I mean, if Kyujuu disconnects, how many points is he currently earning?
He's got 10 points.
So that would be another tie. If Kyujuu disconnects, we would have another tie.
That is insane.
Oh, Kyujuu, here he is up the inside, touching a little bit of contact right there with ESPRIT. He needs to look around the outside. No, he brakes way too late, hits him, knows that he can't take the position right there. Oh, but here they go, side by side. ESPRIT gets the better exit. If Kyujuu follows too close, he's going to die in the dirty air. He can't do this. He needs to choose an alternate line. Does he know? Yes, he does. He brakes. He backs off.
That was smart.
No, he doesn't expect it! Kyujuu!
Oh, no.
In the dirty air!
No. And Wuuzziy gets ahead of him. Yep. Unfortunately for Eastern Europe, Jim and Ryder are too far down to do anything about this.
Yeah, and that's what happens with the dirty air. If you have high aero in this game, you can't follow people that closely.
That was rough. Kyujuu not having a good race today.
Yeah, and I mean that is the learning experience though, because you know obviously they can't get knocked out. They're probably going to win this race. So coming into the knockout stages, if they end up racing this one, he will know now that he can't be right behind someone in that corner. So he has at least internalized that now. But it does suck for his race right there. Oh, and DogeMoon is actually ahead of Skipper. How did that happen? Skipper making some big mistakes.
Yeah, he did not miss the checkpoint because he only lost like 3 seconds. But maybe like hit the wall or something. And I think that seals their fate.
Yeah, I mean, even if Kyujuu disconnects right here, I think that would still be it.
Yeah.
And although meanwhile, Cage Storm is actually catching up to Skipper. Skipper continuing to make mistakes.
Someone's rewinding. Oh, Nine's rewinding.
Wait, how close is he?
Still first. Still first. 1.9 seconds is the gap. Neposha could actually do something on this final lap. If Nines doesn't keep it together, one more little mistake, and Neposha is right behind, and we know Neposha does not...
Oh! Kyujuu is rewinding! Kyujuu is rewinding!
Oh, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter.
No, he's behind
Everyone's
Wuuzziy.
too
So
far.
if Neposha overtakes as well, then that could give Eastern Europe the win.
Yeah, you are correct.
So this is the one that matters. If Nines can defend his position for the rest of the race, that will be an Asia victory. However, if he happens to make a mistake, if he loses his position, then that will be a loss.
Oh, this is going to go all the way to the last corner, isn't it? But Neposha unable to close the gap, still 2 seconds.
Yeah, Neposha having issues, but there's a lapped car in front. I believe that is
Oh,
Ryder
no.
up there.
Oh no.
Ya. Face orang yang udah latih sampai belum.
Oh, but
Oh, it's
Neposha
actually
is
Rose.
pushing hard.
Face gue udah lap 8.
I don't think he can close this.
Yeah.
Lap 6.
He's got to hope that Vivera Nines just hits the tree on the final corner.
Dirty air ya Tuhan, dirty airnya.
Does he?
Far so good.
Parah
Oh,
banget
taking
sih,
it
Bang.
safe.
But no,
Dari bisa belok jadi nggak bisa belok, gila.
he's still keeping it.
Apa-apaan itu?
And there he goes. So even after
That's
missing
the
that
race win.
checkpoint, crosses the line. That's a race win, and I believe that is it. So one draw between the two teams and one win for Asia and Oceania.
Yeah, Eastern Europe, 44 points only. I mean, I say only, but that's, like, you know, that is still close. Still close.
Yeah, it all just came down to Skipper's consistency, and then Neposha
Yeah.
missing that checkpoint. He would have won the race if he didn't miss that one.
Yep. Let's see the lap times. 2 people in 150s, so that's already better than the race yesterday.
So, right, let me just check. Next race up is Britain versus Central Northern EU. Hopefully they're starting to make the convoy for that, but that is going to be a titanic matchup right there.